Hi everyone, I'm Luke Fenwick, life coach, behavior strategist. I am so sorry I didn't get to the group on time. I had some IT issues this morning or this afternoon and it ran into this evening. I just couldn't get on. But instead of saying, hey, I couldn't get there, I thought I'd share this message with you and leave it live in the group. So again, I do apologize that I didn't make it. But I heard this quote from Ryan Holiday the other day, and he said this before the presentation. We are dying every minute. So I hope that I'm saying something that resonates with you and that it's worth it. So anyway, I'll make this really, really quick because it is a bit odd me talking to myself with no one else here. But anyway, this is for you. I want to share with you where Dawn of Legacy came from, which is my life coaching business. So my mother's middle name was Dawn. Mum passed away a number of years ago, and when I was trying to figure out what my coaching business was going to be about, I had this epiphany. I was in the garage one morning doing my workout. It was like 6 a.m. doing my thing, and I'm like, what do I want to talk to people about? I wanted to talk to people about what was it? I want to talk to people about their legacy, how they could create this amazing life, how they could leave their fingerprints on the world. And I was thinking, well, how can I expand this further? And I thought about Mum, who I said, who I just said had passed away a few years ago, and I remembered her middle name, which was Dawn. And all of a sudden, it occurred to me, this was about a new beginning for people. It was about the beginning that my mother had given me, when I was born. And so I decided to, work all of these things together and came up with Dawn of Legacy. So I suppose, when I talk about my coaching work now and what I'm trying to do, it is very much about the dawn of legacy for the people that I work with. And it was absolutely about the dawn of my new legacy when I walked away from my, corporate careers, which had created so much angst and friction inside of me, and then started this coaching journey. So that's where Dawn of Legacy came from. Really, really quickly, I shared with you during that webinar some things that I do with my clients, which was creating this aspirational statement, having people reflect on thrive, survive, and crash dive moments each and every day, as well as working on crafting their habits and behaviors. So I suppose I wanted to throw two more things to you that you can try when creating this legacy that you have, and one of those is powerful daily questions. So hopefully after this you've got yourselves a journal and that you've started to write about those thriving, surviving, and crash dive moments, as well as your aspirational statement, and having that ability to use those fundamental skills for life, which is the ability for us to pause, reflect, and observe what's happening around us. And then from there, it's about this visualization of aspiration, so what we're trying to achieve, and then having the ability to have discipline beyond discomfort when the going gets tough, to stick to what we're trying to achieve. So keep that in mind. But anyway, I want you to use these powerful daily questions, and these daily questions are: have I done my best today to build my legacy? Have I done my best today to be proud of my behaviors? And the last one I want you to ask yourself in regards to these powerful daily questions is, did I do my best today to live my best life? So they're three things that you can ask yourself at the end of every day when you're doing your journaling. The other thing that I want to share you, well, there's two things before I go. One of those is a quote from Jeff Bezos. Love him, like him, a little bit in between, but he said this: you can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose a life of service and adventure. Which one of those, when you're 90 years old, are you going to be more proud of? And I think that's a really powerful statement. So the last thing that I want to share with everybody today, before I get out of here, you might be able to hear the kids in the background, having their dinner and getting rather raucous. I want to share with you an exercise that I do with all of my Dawn of Legacy clients, and that is the legacy exercise. And there's a whole heap of questions I'm going to read out to you in a moment that you can write down, and you can ask yourself these very things. So the first one is, and this is about legacy, this is about our last moments on earth and beyond. So the very first one is, if your life was to end tomorrow, what would your legacy be? Are you satisfied with that is the second question. And what needs to change right now? The next one, what would be the most important people, what would they say about you at your funeral? Did you wish they'd say something different? Do you wish they'd have a different perspective on you and your life? If the day had a theme, what would you like it to be? What music, what colours? Envisage that moment. What would they say makes you incredible? And do you realise that now, what makes you incredible? How would they describe the true version of you? Would the attendees say that you lived your values? Did you bring them to life as best you could? And if not, what can you change right now to live your values in a better way? How are you holding back from creating the legacy that you want? And the last thing and the most powerful thing, what will you do tomorrow to make a shift towards this legacy that you're looking to create? Anyway, I suppose I just wanted to drop by and leave these few things with you. I do apologise for the technical issues that kept me away from doing this live, but hopefully you can watch this on replay. If you do want to reach out to me, I'm Luke Fenwick. You can get a hold of me via lukefenwick.com. There's content on there, there's blogs, there's videos, there's articles, there's That's BS, which is a newsletter that I drop every couple of weeks. It's a 90-second read to help you make purposeful change in your life. But anyway, head to lukefenwick.com. Once again, thank you so much to Purple Patch Consulting, Tom, Ed, and all the amazing speakers that have been involved in 28 days. I'm Luke Fenwick. I'm out of here. Once again, I apologise for not being here live and in the flesh. But anyway, be present, be you. We only have one go at this thing, so make it amazing. I'll see you soon.